Peace, it's your guy, Christine, and today we're checking out something a little different, a little interesting. This is Markiplier Answers the Web's Most Searched Questions by Wired. I do want to know what are the most searched questions. Is it general? Is it specifically to him? I'm interested to see. And then to also find out what his answers are. If they're general, then I am interested to see his take on things. But if it's specific, then we're getting to learn a little bit more about him. All right, link for this video is in the description box below for you to check out. Now let's get started.
Hi, I'm Markiplier, and this is my Wired autocomplete.
Love his shirt. I see Saitama.
I have Googled myself before.
What is Saitama
I'm a
Christmas
bit
shirt?
egotistical like that, so I want to see what's going on in the world about me.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What is Markiplier's real name?
Oh, yeah,
Mark
that's
Edward Fishbach. That is my name.
Oh, wow,
What
really?
is Markiplier's catchphrase? I don't know. I'm not a Pokemon. I don't have a catchphrase. I say
Yeah, I'm sure there's something you said.
I say that a lot. That might be my catchphrase.
That
You can
cannot
bleep
be.
stuff out, right?
Well,
What
we'll
is
find out.
Markiplier's favorite game? Okay, confession. I'm a bit of a fake gamer. I don't really play games on my own casually anymore.
understand
like
because
board
you play
games
it so
now.
much
So those are
for your
pretty
channel.
cool. There's this one I played the other day called Nemesis. It's an amazing board game. So board games kind of my thing right now.
Is it
What
like
is Markiplier's-
Is it board game like board game, or is it like board game like Dungeons and Dragons? You know, because that's like something too, or like Magic the Gathering or Gathering the Magic. I don't know the name of that one.
Favorite food? Oh, this one's easy. This one's chicken and dumplings from Cracker Barrel. There's nothing
Really?
cuisinarily, cuisinely, there's nothing amazing
Good try.
about the food itself, but there's something so comforting about it. My dad, when I was
I've never
growing up,
had
he would cook biscuits
Cracker
and
Barrel.
gravy, you know, a lot of casseroles, a lot of meatloaf, a lot of soups, stews.
Okay,
There's
this
something
makes me
about
really
Cracker
hungry.
Barrel's chicken and dumplings that just tastes like home. What is
wanna
Markiplier's
try it.
religion? I am not religious.
Okay.
I don't consider myself to be fully atheist, but I don't go to church. I don't go to
then
anything
you're
like that.
agnostic.
Whenever I was growing up, we would go to church every weekend. And as I grew up, I kind of drifted away from it. So I don't consider myself
Which
to
is
be
normal.
religious. What is Markiplier's net worth? Probably less than what the estimates say, but it's
Okay.
more than I deserve. Way, way more than I deserve.
That's
I live
sweet.
very comfortably, and that's something that I actually wrestle with a lot because I don't
I get
spend
that.
a lot of money on myself. I like to eat cheap. I like to try to be as frugal as I possibly can. I donate a
understand
lot of my money to charity.
That's
I don't
good.
really care about my net worth.
What is Markiplier's zodiac sign?
It changed a few years ago, didn't it?
Did it?
Right?
Did
Didn't
it?
Anyone zodiac in here? I don't know. The answer is I don't know.
either.
Oh, and
Okay.
I didn't mention before, but I wanted to mention the stylist, makeup artist, the wonderful person. I don't normally look this good. My hair
Does
is
it-
a nightmare.
It-
Flyaways and
I mean,
everything,
it looks a
so
little
this is
bit
not
more
my day-to-day life.
Kept, but
I
he
like it.
he looks
What
pretty
the-
much the same to me. I mean, does he look different to you guys? One of the things about the net worth thing, I appreciate the humility on, you know, it's more, when he says it's more than I deserve, it's way more than I deserve. I completely understand you, like some people not balling out when they, you know, get a lot of money. You have some people who buy, like you see it, YouTubers who are like, and this is no shade, I'm just saying what you see. You're like, oh, I just hit this amount, so I'm buying a new Lamborghini, or I'm buying, you know, and I get that. It's something that you've wanted and now you financially can do it. I completely get you being like, hey, I got this car. This is awesome. Flossing it in front of people's faces like, look, I'm rich and you ain't. That's messed up. But when you're excited about something financially you couldn't achieve and now you can achieve it, I completely get that. But I also understand where people do receive more money and it doesn't change their view of money. It doesn't change their whole thing of, oh, now I'm going to buy a bunch of big things. They may get a couple of things. Like me, I know if we were to track purchases, as if I were to get as much money as him, it would mostly be spent on food. And I can attest that because when I do my taxes every year and I look at my bank statements, I spend a lot of money on food. So I wouldn't be balling out, you know, I feel like I was going to say something like dirty, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. I just feel like I would spend on more food. I would buy, them fancy restaurants, bruh. I'd be going to the fancy restaurants and then I would have to buy clothes to go there because I would love to just dress regular and go to. Now I'm just hungry. I want some chicken and dumplings from Cracker Barrel. I want to try this. I want to because I like the chicken and dumplings Campbell soup. Oh gosh, I'm hungry, guys. Markiplier just made me super hungry. All right, let's continue the video.
What does Markiplier mean?
That means nothing.
You think
It's
this
just a
was
name.
thought up with any like care? Like
I
this
think
is
of-
this is multiplier,
Right,
with
that's
my
what-
name in
That's
front
exactly
of
what I thought.
it. What is Markiplier like in real life?
Kind of an asshole.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, I'm nice.
Are ya?
People usually are surprised when they meet me in real life because I'm not screaming all the time and I'm not
That's
loud. I like spending personal time with people. You know,
That's
I like getting to know people.
That's
That's
good.
more
That's
personal
good.
to me and that's more important to me.
What music does Markiplier listen to?
I used to not listen to music. It wasn't really a point, but I just didn't have time in my life to kind of seek out music. But my
I get
favorite
you not
band
seeking out.
right now is this band called Here Come the Mummies. They are a funk band where there's
Okay.
11 or 12 people in the band and they all wear
Wow.
full mummy outfits. They're so fun. And all their songs
Really?
are about sex. I don't know. It's just bizarre and I love them.
He's an adult, guys.
What
He's
is
an adult.
Markiplier's real hair color?
Is it not this?
Here.
Oh, he
Here
did
it
dye it
is.
red, so
There
I
it
get
is.
people asking.
What
all the
is
time.
Markiplier afraid
Then
of?
he did pink. I think, too.
Mannequins, failure, probably a
Mannequins?
ubiquitous one. Tryptophobia. I have tryptophobia. That's a fear of like small holes.
Okay,
like
no, we don't.
patterns of
I know
small
it. We don't have to
holes,
talk about it.
really
We don't have to
creepy
talk about it. We
What
don't have to talk about it. I know what it is.
Reed is Lucy Markiplier. Oh. My mom has a dog by the name of Lucy.
Okay,
Lucy
okay.
is
Sounds
about
like
the
I
size of a
understand.
polar bear. She's a Great
Wow.
Pyrenees. She's awesome.
Markiplier,
that's a huge dog.
how to twerk.
Okay, wait.
Okay, there's backstory to this.
All right,
Some
I'd like to
fan
know.
at some convention asked me if I knew how to twerk, and I
Okay.
didn't, but I tried. Then,
Right.
following it up, I decided to make a video that was like one of my biggest regrets on my channel. There's so many videos on my channel that are the reason I can never go into a career in politics, and that is one of them.
Oh wow.
Why
Oh, 'cause
Markiplier? Okay.
then some it's like I can still imagine the debate. Like, would you want this guy making decisions for you? And then they just show a video of him like trying to twerk. I actually do want to see this video because I want to know. I'm sure it's obviously a fail because he's extremely embarrassed about it. But I think it would be something that we might enjoy. So it's something I want. I didn't even know he tried to twerk, but I can imagine that. Okay, yeah. Let's just. Oh dear.
This is probably the category that's going to expose me a lot.
Oh wow.
Why did Markiplier have surgery? Oh,
Before I did
surgery?
YouTube, I had a tumor in my adrenal gland. So my first
wow.
surgery was to get that removed. The other surgery that I had in the middle of me having a YouTube channel was I had scar tissue that had adhered to my intestines.
Oh my
so it
gosh.
blocked up. I became, as doctors called it, full of shit, and I had to get that removed.
why did
goodness.
Markiplier drop
Glad he's better.
out of college?
Well, that whole YouTube thing I was doing.
I was gonna say
A lot of people
that's
question my
probably-
decision here because
I dropped out when I was 2 semesters away from graduating. I was a
Oh, wow.
biomedical
You're almost
engineering
done.
student and I had almost completed my degree,
Mm-hmm.
but I was doing YouTube and going to school, and
You're
finals
almost
for
done.
my senior project were coming up. Like, it was just one of those things where I couldn't dedicate myself to both. So I
I
wanted
get
to dedicate
that.
myself to YouTube full time. I wanted to take a risk. I worked as an engineering co-op.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
want
get
to
it.
keep doing that. I really enjoyed this, so
Okay.
that's why I dropped out.
Okay.
Why
and
was
I get that. Like you were like because he was 2 months or not two semesters away. So essentially like 1 year and he was going to be done. So out on the outside of that I'm like why'd you stop? Just you were so close. You were so close. You were right there. But he just mentioned how he did a co-op. Like he did I think it's something similar to it's probably not exactly the same, but like when a doctor they do their residency where they're not done with learning, but they're working through their doctor tasks, I guess you could say. So they get that experience at a hospital, normally a teaching hospital, and they learn real life working with real patients and things like that. And they're still in school or still learning, I guess you can say. In this case, I can imagine it's probably something similar, and he got to experience what it would be like to be an engineer in that field he was going for, and excuse me, at the same time that he's seeing and feeling what it's like to be a YouTuber. I get you being like, this is what I love to do. This is not what I love to do. And so I'm going to stick with this. So I got you. I got you. You were so close, but I got you. I understand.
Markiplier's first channel banned. All right. YouTube famously has a lot of algorithms and a lot of systems that are automated. My first channel was banned because they thought I was abusing the AdSense system.
How?
My channel was not even monetized. This is where it was really heartwarming because I had
that's weird.
just under 2,000 subscribers. Back then, that was a huge number. I
Yeah.
basically put out a video that was like, look, this is the situation, and if you guys can do me a favor, resubscribe to this new channel, and they
Okay.
did.
That's good.
600 people followed.
That's good.
when I knew that I had something special, that people were going to be by my side. That was just
good.
a really important time in my channel. Why can't Markiplier...
Now, this is something that people are still dealing with, where Charlie dealt with it, where things are misjudged, where you have a channel and like, I see some stuff on Twitter where I have friends that have channels and monetization is hard to get now. And I get YouTube's position, but I do feel like there is, the bridge needs to be built better for the creators. That there are some things that YouTube has to do better on. But they are, I will say this, be patient. It's hard to be patient, but I would say be patient and active. Continue being active. Because in time, like it took a month for one of my YouTube friends to get the monetization corrected because it was taken away because they were saying, YouTube was saying that they were doing things even that they weren't doing. It was just incorrectly judged. And so YouTube rectified. It takes time. It's all a learning process. One thing that I have to remember is that this is new. Being a YouTuber is new. Like it's not a job. Like being a doctor has been from almost the beginning of time, you know? Being a scientist has been something around for a long time. And despite the respective individual scientific fields, being a scientist or being a rocket scientist, being an engineer, those things have existed for a long time. There are a lot of years, probably millennia for some fields, of information and practice. Whereas being a YouTuber is freaking new. It's super new, that it's still a learning process for both us as creators and as YouTube as the company. So we all have to remember that. It's hard. I have to remember that, but it's still new.
Drink alcohol. Okay,
Oh,
so
you can't.
I'm half Korean. So
Okay.
a lot of people in Korea, they can't process alcohol correctly. They get
really?
red in the face when they do. I get that
Oh,
to a
yes.
super degree.
I have
the last
a
time
friend
that I
that
really drank alcohol, I actually had a heart attack.
Oh,
I
my
was
gosh.
in the bathroom and I felt dizzy. It didn't go away, and then I passed out. And I felt silly because they called an ambulance. I was like, no, it's not needed. And then in the ambulance ride over, I had another heart attack. It's a very weird thing.
my
And I'm not
gosh.
risking that again to drink. So that is why I
Right.
can't drink. Why does Markiplier
That is
have a pink
crazy. I'm so
mustache?
sorry.
This harkens back to the beginning of my
is weird.
channel. I did a sketch with this character, Wilfred Warfstache, who was supposed to be a news character.
Mm-hmm.
I did that. People really loved the sketch. People made fan art of it, and so it's become
It
such
kind
an
of
important
became a
part of my
character.
channel that it's
Yeah.
kind of become the symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Markiplier king of Five Nights at Freddy's? Because I
he
said
is?
so.
Oh, okay.
Why is
So it's like I thought
Markiplier
somebody else
taking a break? This was a while ago. I had
Yes.
basically been making 2 videos a day, every day, without vacation, up until this point. And it was getting to me that I
Very
was
easy
making
to do as
videos
a
every
YouTuber.
day that I wasn't really proud of. It was getting to me that I wasn't making videos that push myself. I wasn't using to learn anything new. I wasn't using to elevate myself, and it was just getting to me. And so I needed to step back, and I needed to take a
moment.
month. And when I came back from that, I came back with a better mindset,
That's
and I
good.
came back with a healthier attitude about,
good.
making videos. Like I can push myself, and I can do these videos that people love, and I can find ways to be creative. It's crazy that I'm only answering these questions now instead of explaining when I did it. It's only really
Oh, he didn't? I thought maybe he did. I think he did kind of explain that he needed a break, and he said he wasn't proud of the stuff that he was doing. But like I said, it's very easy as a creator to just pump out videos. And with that, I mean, like, to be so focused on what you're doing that you'll just keep working. You'll keep working. You'll put your mental health and your physical health out the window. And I will say, as far as advice to creators out there that are starting or have been in it, have a circle of people around you that are either strong in the business or strong outside of the business. I recommend some people outside of the business as well, because they can help you feel grounded, and they can help remind you, hey, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Like, it's happened to me on myriad of occasions where I've worked myself sick and had to, whether it was mentally or physically, it happens. It happens. It's so easy to just work and not pay attention to your mental health or your physical health. And that's why last year was like the year of like YouTubers like, I'm taking a break, I'm taking a break, I'm taking a break, I'm taking a break. Because I think a lot of people, after so many years of just pumping out work and working hard and doing this, doing that, that they were just throwing their mental and physical health aside, that it'll get to a point where you can't ignore it. Your body will be like, oh, word, you going to ignore me? All right. Now you can't wake up, or now you can't get up, or now you can't eat. Your body will shut down. So I say that to let you guys know that you guys got to take, no matter what you're doing, take care of yourself, okay? Easier said than done. I know it, because as I'm saying this, I know my husband's probably listening, or when he edits this video, he's going to see it, and he's going to be like rolling his eyes, because he'll be like, chick, I be telling you this ish all the time. You don't listen to me. So easier said than done. But I do want to share that you guys need to take care of yourselves, okay?
Hindsight that lets me realize why I needed this so badly. Who Markiplier? Okay. Who drew Markiplier's icon?
Oh, that
I should know this. It was so long ago. They did a wonderful job. Of course they did a good job. But now I seem like such an asshole. I don't even know their name. That's the tragedy of it. And that was like the first crisis of my channel, is I was getting so popular that I wasn't able to keep up with everybody. There were times when the people that I thought I knew, I forgot them completely, and people would come out of the woodwork like, hey, where are you? Oh, you're too big now to hang out. Those kinds of things, they eat me up. It's just like, I don't have enough time for everybody. I don't have enough time for everybody.
I don't.
The first time that I got an email from a parent of a kid who passed away that watched my videos, I was broken inside. Like that. That just tore me up inside. And there was this other Make-A-Wish kid that I had met just on a whim. Like, I flew out to see her, and and then I found out 2 months later that she'd passed away.
Oh no. Oh gosh.
And I was done for days after that. Like, I couldn't think, and I couldn't.
Oh no.
Like, I couldn't even fathom that concept that someone who was laughing and, this wonderful person was gone. And I barely had the chance to know her. I mean, it changed everything. It's why just like 2 weeks ago, I was sitting down and I wanted to do a 48-hour charity stream to raise $500,000. Like, I'd never done that before, and I wanted to do it, and everyone was like, 48 hours is a lot. And it's like, compared to what people have been through, that's nothing. If I can and raise money for good, and if I can dedicate myself to these causes, and if I can keep trying to push my audience in the right direction, then like, why wouldn't you do that?
Right.
Why would you not do that?
Right.
Anyway, I went way off topic. I went way off topic there. I'm sorry about that. Who edits Markiplier's videos? Okay, so right now, this wonderful person by the name of Lixian, he has been an animator, animating some of my videos, my gameplay stuff for years, since the very beginning. He's been kind of the backbone of my channel. I just talked with him the other day, and I asked him if he wanted to go full time, and he said yes, hell yes.
That's good.
First subscriber. This was my friend, Michelle. I said out on Facebook a long time ago. They're like, hey, I got a YouTube channel. Anyone want to subscribe? And none of my friends did. And Michelle was my first subscriber. And Michelle believed in me, and Michelle was there for me. So Michelle, if you see this, you're awesome. Who is Markiplier E? Is that talking about the E meme? I don't know, man. Someone basically used that as a joke, not even a real meme. And then I think the irony, because the internet thrives on irony, decided that that was the thing that they were going to grab onto for months. And I couldn't do a single live stream ever again without my entire chat just being nothing but E. At this point, I have no license or desire of license of this image, which is why I keep it at a very low level of upkeep. Like, at this point, I'm just a walking nightmare. So. Who is
Henry Markiplier.
Yeah, who is
Henry
Henry?
is my girlfriend's new dog. Who killed Markiplier? Explanation.
Oh,
okay,
from
so
the show.
I made this 4-part series called Who Killed Markiplier?
Which is
that
really
told the
cool.
story of, well, who killed me. And it's a little confusing because I left the ending intentionally ambiguous.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were confused about it, and there's a lot of like mystery about it, but I kind of like that.
I do.
Mystery.
The
So maybe
lore.
the answer
Lore's
isn't
great.
quite so black and white. Is Markiplier good at Fortnite? Better
he?
than people think because I played it
Okay.
casually on my own a lot.
Okay,
but
that's good.
talking and playing at the same time is not a skill
You
I'm
cannot-
particularly good
it's
at.
hard to
but
do.
I'm average.
It's hard.
Is Markiplier going on tour?
He
I
did.
was. I don't want to go on tour again for
wow.
now
Okay.
because it is a drain on my life and it is so
I
hard to
can
do
imagine.
and it is just grueling. It is nice to go out there and meet fans, but tour life
I
is
would
not the life
love
for me.
to tour.
Is Markiplier in space? No. Is Markiplier John Wick?
What?
No.
Oh.
I don't know. Whatever you
Wait.
want. It's your thing.
They thought it was Keanu Reeves. That's funny. They're like, oh, they watched like, oh, it's Markiplier. I'm surprised that that's such a big. Oh, it was highly searched because the where they get these things from is like if you type in is Markiplier, right? And then you know how Google autofills with like highly searched things. So that means a lot of people watch John Wick and freaking thought that Keanu Reeves was Markiplier. That is hilarious. That is really funny.
Fantasy. Is Markiplier liberal? Pretty liberal. Yeah. Pretty mostly liberal. Liberal. Is Markiplier vegan? Absolutely not. I love
Okay.
meat.
Meat
I love
is
eating meat.
delicious.
Now that being said, I've always thought that like if they could lab grow meat that was even close to as good as meat, I would eat that. Fine. Because then
Oh, no,
yeah,
not
there aren't
lab grown.
any animals being killed. Is Markiplier done with YouTube?
No.
No.
He takes
no.
his moments, but he's good.
No! A little bit. No.
Ah.
Not at all. I am not done with YouTube. It is still a wonderful platform. As much as people shit on YouTube, it may not be the best place to make a living, especially right away.
People just
but it
don't
is a great
understand.
place to get your ideas and thoughts out there.
Yeah.
Boom.
It is.
That's what I do. Thank you, everybody that asked a question. Thank you for Googling these things. I bet you didn't expect that your Googles were going to be pulled up, but, you know, the internet
That's
is
true.
no longer private, so everybody is
Yeah,
exposed to
everybody knows
everybody now.
everything that you
Seriously,
do
thank you guys so much
on the
for
internet.
being even remotely interested in my boring life. Yeah, thanks for watching, and thanks for the interview.
No problem, sir. I loved this. I think it was cool to get a deeper dive. I do feel like he was definitely more forthcoming with information. I've seen Wired interviews like this before with like celebrities, and a lot of the times, which I get that though, because a lot of times if a celebrity like a movie star is doing this, they're doing a press tour for a new movie coming out. So they've been interviewed countless times. They went on countless shows, and then now they have to answer like countless questions on this. So I get them being like short and to the point, sometimes not even serious, like joking, you know, but it's good. It's always good when you get a good amount of information and like real information from a person. I love interviews like that. So I really did enjoy this. I enjoyed getting to know different things about him, getting to know, and even like the things that I remember, like, oh, I know this, Who Killed Markiplier? I saw that. Explaining his video. He did explain though a bit on why he was taking a break. He does need to give himself a little bit more grace, but him giving his money away, that has been something he's been doing for a long time, like a very long time, donating a lot of money, doing charity streams, doing Make-A-Wish. It's been something that you've already seen, so you know that this is not something he's just saying for the interview. You've already known that. If you've watched or followed him, you know a lot of things about him, and this is just kind of showing that this is still something very true for him. So it was really cool to see. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Were the things that you learned that you didn't know about before? What is the E thing? If someone can explain it to me, because I have no idea. If you like this video, hug the life out of that like button. Check out the link if you want to see more of the interview, or you want to see it without my beautiful mug talking all over it. You can check out the link in the description box below. I love you guys as always, and until next time, buddies. Toodles.